Right now, News 9, a man is dead after a shooting at a northwest Oklahoma City apartment complex close to Wiley Post Airport. I'm Robin Marsh. The latest coming up from a police officer. It's next.
The Metro man convicted of killing a UCO student in a wrong-way drunk driving crash dies in prison. I'm Lacie Lowry. Coming up, we have reaction from his victim's family.
And we're starting off noticeably warmer this morning. I'm Colby Thelen. Big changes, though, coming to the forecast this weekend. Meteorologist Lacey Swope breaks it all down coming up on News 9 this morning.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock here on your Wednesday morning. A lot to talk about when it comes to the weather. Wind whipping out there right now.
Can we just talk about that SpongeBob movie real quick? What was the name of the movie again?
It's called The Search for SquarePants.
Okay, The Search for SquarePants. Not Search SquarePants for the Crocs.
Robin thought you searched SquarePants to buy the SpongeBob Crocs.
I mean, some days, Lacey, you're a leaner, and some days you're a lifter. Today, I'm on the leaning side over here.
Some days you're a searcher.
Oh, my goodness. And we all got the blue memo somehow
Yeah, what's
today.
going on?
Let's check in with Lacey. Lacey got it, too. Hey,
Good morning, guys. Hey, if we're all dressed alike, there's usually something going on. It's not good if that's the case. That's for sure. I know it's a bad sign. You know what's happening is you step outside on your Lucky Star Skycam network. That will greet you. Winds are anywhere from 20 to 30. We've had gusts just under 40 miles per hour in central Oklahoma, and the temperatures have been warming since midnight. So we are right now sitting at what we would typically see for our afternoon high. So 20 to 30 degrees warmer than this time yesterday, and it is definitely on the cool side when you factor in that wind. Speaking of the wind, if you're about to travel and head up into Kansas or maybe over into Missouri, winds are going to be much stronger. In fact, we've had gusts 60, close to 70 miles per hour up into Iowa, all driven by this very compact area of low pressure that is scooting on by. And since it's fast moving, our winds will relax greatly by the time we get into the afternoon. But right now, we just had a gust to 26 in Chickasha, 31 in Hinton, 27 in Norman. We've had gusts 30 to 35 out into western Oklahoma, and it's a north wind with that boundary moving in. So it's really wild. What happened is our low was at midnight. We started to warm, and now we're starting to cool back off. We may drop a couple of more degrees this morning before we start to really stall things out. So your hour by hour forecast, 49 at 9, guys, 56 by 3 o'clock, 70s in the state tomorrow. That's coming up.
Breaking overnight, one person is dead after a shooting at a northwest Oklahoma City apartment complex. This is pretty close to Wiley Post. Police say neighbors told them at the Tuscany Village Apartments near Wilshire and Northwest Expressway they saw the shooting. Police then say the victim was possibly first having a medical episode. Police later confirmed, though, that the victim had been shot and was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. No names have been released. No suspect has been arrested.
A family in Moore loses their house and a dog in a fire last night. Moore, along with Oklahoma City firefighters, arrived to find heavy flames at a home near Northwest 27th and Santa Fe. It was around 9:30. Firefighters say the job was difficult due to aggressive dogs in the backyard and what they called a hoarder condition inside the home. They did eventually get that fire out. Crews say only one person was treated for smoke inhalation. There were 4 people and 4 dogs living in that home. It's now a total loss. The cause of the fire still under investigation.
Arson is to blame for an apartment fire in southwest Oklahoma City that prompted several families to evacuate yesterday, and now we know the name of the suspect. That fire happened near Southwest 29th and Portland around 3 o'clock yesterday morning. Oklahoma City police now say Stephen Wibby started the fire during a domestic dispute. Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames.
There was nobody inside when we got here. They were all out. We evacuated the adjoining apartments. There was 2 people treated on scene and released, not transported, for minor injuries.
The suspect, Wibby, was arrested and booked into jail for first-degree arson.
Boy, I tell you, it was a horrific crash near Lexington, and now we know 4 people were rushed to the hospital. It was a head-on collision involving a Department of Corrections inmate transfer bus. DOC officials tell News 9 there were actually 14 inmates and 3 officers on that transport bus when it collided again head-on with a pickup truck on Highway 39. This all happened east of Lexington. The road was shut down for several hours. This was about 2:45 yesterday afternoon. The bus driver and 2 inmates were hospitalized. They are expected to be okay. The driver of the pickup was airlifted to the hospital. The cause of the crash is under investigation this morning.
A man wanted in connection with a high-speed chase in Grady County is in custody. The search for Sean McConnell started Monday afternoon when Grady County deputies tried to serve him a warrant. Deputies lost him during that chase, and an Oklahoma Highway Patrol trooper crashed. Law enforcement tracked him to a home in Chickasha yesterday. McConnell was arrested after a brief standoff.
Funeral plans are now announced for a longtime beloved coach from Hinton, killed in a head-on crash over the weekend. Coach Craig Pruitt with Hinton Public Schools coached football, wrestling, and elementary PE. So many folks loved him. The public is invited to his funeral service this coming Friday at the Hinton Comet Coliseum. His family is asking folks to share Coach Pruitt stories. It's set for 10 o'clock if you'd like to attend.
Yeah, our thoughts with all those folks out in Hinton who love the coach so much. News 9 has learned an Oklahoma killer, Malcolm Penny, has died behind bars. Malcolm Penny, you might remember, was convicted of killing a 19-year-old UCO college student, Marissa Murrow, on the Kilpatrick Turnpike. Police say the man was driving under the influence in 2020. News 9's Brianna Brown joins us live with the latest officials and reaction from the Murrow family on this development. Brianna?
Robin, the Department of Corrections says that Malcolm Penny died on Sunday while incarcerated at the Dick Connor Correctional Center in Osage County. Now, Penny was behind the wheel driving under the influence of alcohol when his vehicle crashed into Marissa Murrow. Now, that was on the Kilpatrick Turnpike. She was 19 years old and a University of Central Oklahoma student and a Mustang High School graduate. Now, Penny had multiple DUI convictions prior to the crash that killed Murrow, and her family has been pushing for tougher DUI laws since the crash.
I think for us, it's illustrative of our criminal justice system's failure, because he was never held accountable for any impaired driving arrest. You know, he was on his sixth when he killed Marissa. And over again, deferred sentences, suspended sentences, and no accountability. And then he became a killer, a murderer. And so I think our system needs to do more earlier.
In a statement released to News 9, ODOC says the Office of Inspector General is conducting a thorough investigation surrounding Penny's death and that the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office will confirm the official cause of death. Live in Oklahoma City, Brianna Brown, Oklahoma's Own News 9.
Brianna, thank you. And Metro families like the Murrows come together during the holidays to raise awareness about the dangers of drinking and driving. In fact, they joined law enforcement at Penn Square Mall for the 8th annual Tree of Life ceremony yesterday. The families impacted by DUI drivers placed a picture of their loved one on that Tree of Life to keep their memory alive. A drunk driver rear-ended Wayman Matthews and his wife Teresa earlier this year, killing the 54-year-old woman.
Sunday was 10 months since I lost my wife. And then we have today, the Tree of Life. First time I've had to do this in my life ever. And I hope nobody in the world ever has to go through anything like this, even my worst enemy.
And the Oklahoma Highway Patrol's annual Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign starts December 15th. It runs through January 1st.
It impacts so many lives and so many families. Please think before you get behind the wheel. Hey, speaking of traffic, let's check in with meteorologist Megan Gold. She's watching the roads for us. Megan, how are we looking this morning?
Roads are looking good. Remember that we do have strong winds this morning, and they'll only increase through the morning commute here. So gusts to 30, 35, and even 40 will be possible, and that's enough to kind of move your car in and out of the lane. So both hands on the wheel and make sure you're not distracted as you hit the roadways this morning. Here's the Broadway extension from our American Fidelity camera. Those of you that commute in from the west side, I-40 and Council, smooth sailing there. And then out by Tinker, I-40 and Air Depot looking off to the east looks good. Morning drive picking up some, but still pretty quiet. I mentioned this earlier. We've had a few little fender benders, non-injury accidents, but overall no major crashes on any of our area highways. All of those have been on the city streets. So if you're driving into Oklahoma City right now, your drive times are all looking normal, guys. Back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Megan. Well, work has started to repair the Clara Looper sit-in monument. This is just the new monument that was installed just a few weeks ago. It was vandalized last month. The statues were left with scratches, again, just weeks after it was unveiled. Steve Roy, an art restorer, traveled to Oklahoma City to help mend the damage. He says this vandalism is unfortunate.
There's quite a number of scratches. I'm on my second day here. A couple of them, unfortunately, they were dinged, and I had to do some welding.
The Clairlooper National Sit-In Plaza Board says additional security cameras have been installed since the vandalism. They've made no arrest in the case. I don't know if the cameras actually got who did that, but again, they have restored it, which that's the good news, thanks to that man right there.
Your time now, 6:10, noticeably warmer
Nice,
this morning.
yeah.
If you're going outside, it's not so bad. Let's turn to Lacie. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. It's a little windy though, Lacie.
Yeah, it's like a mixed bag. So the temperature's definitely warmer, but the wind is definitely up, and it continues to ramp up. So winds are 20 to 30. Winds will be gusting 40 plus as we head through mid-morning. Temperatures are 20 to 30 degrees warmer than they were yesterday at this time. We'll top out around 56, and those winds start to come down. Coming up in full weather, we have a lot to get to. We're going to talk about your wind timeline. We'll talk much more about what to expect with the big weekend cold front. It's all coming up.
And still ahead, the spiking healthcare costs, why thousands of Oklahomans may lose their coverage, and how some clinics are preparing. We're talking about it after the break.
Time for the bus stop forecast, 6:15 on a Wednesday morning.
All right, nice. This is like probably the best morning out there that we've had in the past few days.
Yeah, the temperatures are so much warmer for sure. Skies are mostly clear. We've had some high thin clouds, but it's going to be a gorgeous sunrise, and we're getting closer and closer to the Christmas holidays. So for the bus stoppers this morning, it's definitely breezy, and you got to get through this week, all of next week, and then you're on Christmas break.
There you go.
We are so close.
It's here, yes.
I know, so very close.
You're getting some good Christmas pictures coming in.
Oh, Lacie, we love
Santa
these.
sightings. I love the Santa sightings. So Davenport, Oklahoma, up near Stroud. Yes, little Colton got to meet Santa Claus. Colton is 2 years old. And look at the picture. He's like, I'm smiling.
I'm not sure about this guy.
And then it's like, hold on a second. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Look at Santa. Santa's like, I got you, big guy.
Why do we torture our kids? I don't know, but we all do it, and it's the most precious thing. Colton, you're gonna love it when you're older, I promise. But buddy, I know, stranger danger.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, that's for sure. Keep your pictures coming. We love to see those. All your Santa sightings across the state of Oklahoma, because it is 15 more sleeps until Santa is gonna be coming to town, and it does look like we're gonna turn cooler for Christmas. We'll talk about it. Right now, we're starting off in the 40s. Temperatures are in the 50s by midday, and we'll be in the mid-50s this afternoon. So for the bus stoppers, still dress them in the cold gear. The coat, they want that because the wind is up. While temperatures are not nearly as cold as where we've been, the wind still has a factor, and it's a north wind this morning, with the cold front being driven by a very strong area of low pressure to the north that's really wreaking havoc on travel from Montana back over to the Dakotas, back over towards the Great Lakes states, and there's another one right on its heels. Now this one brings a cold front to Oklahoma as we head into the day on Friday. So we'll talk about it. Right now, I want to show you the temperatures and what we've done. So our high yesterday was 61. While you were sleeping, we dropped all the way down to the low 40s by midnight, and then we've since been warming back up. So we're in the upper 40s, low 50s. But that's what will greet you, that north wind, 20 to 30 miles per hour. Your Lucky Star Skycam network, it is 51. Sunrise at 7:29, so still well over an hour away. 51 in Bristow, 52 in Seminole, 52 in Chickasha. It's odd. And where the winds aren't as strong, it definitely feels warm compared to where we've been. 40s in northern Oklahoma. Average highs are in the low 50s, and that's how we're starting your morning. Winds anywhere from 20 to 30. Just had a gust to 31 in the last 5 minutes in Clinton. Hinton just had a gust to 31. We've had gusts to 20 in the North Metro and mid to upper 20 mile per hour gusts going on from Chickasha back over to Moore and Norman. And then after the sun comes up, winds by 9 a.m. 35 to 40 miles per hour. So secure the trash cans if it's trash day, and make sure all those inflatables, all your Christmas decorations, might not want to inflate them until we get into the evening. Winds do back off quickly this evening, and they'll be fairly light as you're coming home from work and school later today. Big difference from the morning. Temperatures quickly warm into the mid-50s. That's where we'll stall out. Not a major warm-up expected today. 53 in Stillwater, 53 in Enid, upper 50s to the southwest. And a closer look on the current pattern. This storm system, while it's jam-packed, and you can see the counterclockwise spin of the low coming right over Iowa, it's just passing by dry. It's moisture-starved on the southern end, and in Oklahoma, we're needing that moisture. We'll be down into the 30s tonight. Winds about 10 to 20. 20, gust or 2 to 20 is possible. And then it's all about the gorgeous weather tomorrow. Your Thursday is the day of the week. It looks amazing. Southwest winds will heat us up. We'll be in the 70s in the southwest, 70s in the northwest coming up for tomorrow. And then for your Friday, check it out. 53 in Enid, 56 in Stillwater, 54 in Ponca City. And your 9-day forecast, I'm telling you, you want to enjoy the next several days. We'll be in the 50s, 65 on Thursday, 54 on Friday. And we have a weak front that makes its way in. Now with that front, you do turn chilly for Saturday. Saturday morning in the 20s. We'll be in the 40s in the afternoon. The stronger front hits Saturday night into Sunday. And while we'll be in the teens in the morning, wind chills will be close to 0, okay? Single digits. 32 for a high on Sunday, then that's out of here. That Arctic air moves out quickly. It's kind of modified Arctic air by the time it gets to Oklahoma. 48 on Monday, and then 50s and 60s next week, guys, above average the week before Christmas. We're watching for our next rain chance. That's around Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's still not locked in, so we'll keep you updated as it gets closer. In the next half hour, I'll have your Christmas forecast coming up. Back to you.
Can't wait, Lacie. Thank you. Concerns for some Oklahoma families this morning over the future of health care subsidies. The Oklahoma Insurance Commissioner says if Congress doesn't act and extend the subsidies, premiums could go up by about 30%.
Yeah, lawmakers in our nation's capital have actually until the end of this week to strike a deal to extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. Cal Day has more in the story.
Morton Comprehensive Health Clinic helps everyone, from the uninsured to those with full health coverage. CEO Susan Savage is concerned over the pending end to Enhanced Affordable Care Act tax credits, which she says could impact how 300,000 people in the state get health care.
They will earn too much to qualify for Medicaid, which is health insurance for low-income people. They will make not enough money to buy their insurance on the health exchange.
Savage is referencing the online portal where self-insured people can pick a health plan. Oklahoma Insurance Commissioner Glenn Mulready says the end of the credits means the cost of health care will go up and thinks a lot of people will choose to go without.
We believe that if those enhanced premium tax credits go away, we could see up to 100,000 people choose to become uninsured.
Savage says fewer people on health care naturally means more people who could get sick, which trickles down.
It is a statistic that means our population will have more difficulty getting access to health care, and our neighbors and our community citizens will become less well and perhaps even more sick than many of them are today.
Mulready expects it to be people who consider themselves young and healthy who won't get health care. He says there are additional options that people should explore instead of going without.
Any type of coverage is better than no coverage at all. So take a look at the options. Reach out to us if you have questions.
Mulready says premiums will increase for everyone by an average of 29% because of the changes, which means it will cost a lot more money for health care. That number could be much higher for some. In Tulsa, Cal Day, Oklahoma's own News 9.
And the insurance commissioner tells News 9 it would actually be better for this change to happen gradually instead of all at once. But unless something changes on the federal level, the tax credits will end on December 31st. We'll be watching.
6:21 your time right now. Let's see how we're doing out on the roadways. Meteorologist Megan Gold's here with the report. Hey, Megan.
Hey, a windy morning commute for sure here on this Wednesday. This is the view from our Christensen cam near the Kilpatrick Memorial in Portland. Old Glory waving in the wind there with wind gusts 25 to 30, even up to 35 miles per hour through the morning commute. So both hands on the wheel. The good news for your evening commute, winds will have come down significantly and will be much lighter. The roadways are really getting busy here. This is the Broadway extension headed into Oklahoma City from our American Fidelity camera down on the south side, I-35 at South 89th and then I-44 at North 10th Street. Looking good there off to the north, and really no big issues out on the roadways right now. No slowdowns, no accidents to report to you. So your drive times into Oklahoma City from all directions are still good to go, guys. Back to you.
Artist Kyle Trudell says he knew from a young age he wanted to be an artist and paint. But before he could find his purpose, he had to overcome severe trauma from being abused as a child. For the first time, Kyle is now sharing his story and how it's inspired him to help others going through tough times. See our Amanda Taylor's special report. It's called Painting Hope, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock.
Well, I hope you'll be watching this morning on YouTube at 10:30. It's my latest podcast episode in the spotlight featuring Olympic stars Bart Connor and Nadia Comaneci. I love the conversation. So hard to believe it's been 50 years almost since Nadia was the first gymnast to score a perfect 10 at the Olympics. She is iconic.
We went to Paris last summer for the Olympics, and when they had the final run of the torch, they had Serena Williams, Nadia Comaneci, Carl Lewis, and Rafael Nadal.
Icons.
Those four people, yeah, exactly. So in Paris, and when we met President Macron and his wife, and she said to Nadia, she said, "To us, you are gymnastics."
Oh, it's a great conversation. I hope you'll be watching 10:30 this morning on Oklahoma's own original YouTube page. We'll link it on our website.
All right, the weather's been doing some gymnastics, hasn't it? Going up and down. We turn to Lacie.
Flips and dips and all kinds of crazy things. That's for sure. Layouts, I don't know what else is there in gymnastics, all kinds of crazy stuff. And our weather definitely challenges that. Today, we're talking a cold front coming in, and I'm telling you, the pictures coming in from deer season, from deer gun season are amazing. Archery season underway, but check out the buck. And I love this. This is Ashley and Ty. I believe it was her husband that sent me the picture, and by the way, has sent me pictures of this couple, this dynamic duo in the past. But mother-son going out, harvesting a big deer. I love it. I love the lifelong memories, and keep your pictures coming. Congrats to you guys. Now we've got a big cold front that's in now. So a north wind has taken hold. Winds have been just ripping up and down the plain. So north wind coming in, and what it's doing for us is it's going to continue to gust even stronger after daybreak before relaxing into the afternoon and evening. Heading into the outdoors, 40s, some low 50s this morning, mid 50s this afternoon. Tomorrow, 60s and 70s, and then a big cold blast for your weekend. We'll have your 9-day and the latest headlines coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Good morning, glad you're with us. Here's a live look at Blanchard, America on the Lucky Star Skycam Network. Christmas a little over 2 weeks away, and we are starting out very windy. Let's talk to Lacie Swope. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center for us this morning. Lacie.
Good morning, guys. 6:31 now on your Wednesday. We've made it to hump day, and now we've got a cold front that's coming in. We made it into the low 60s yesterday. It was amazing. Now the winds are up out of the north. It's definitely going to be cooler. That's your Lucky Star Skycam Network, and that is live from Chickasha, where we've had gusts really continuously near 30 miles per hour. It is 51 degrees right now. We are 20 to 30 degrees warmer than this time yesterday across the state of Oklahoma. We're in the 50s, most of the region, some 40s, but the wind gusts in just the last 5 minutes had a gust to 27 in Stillwater, 34 in Hinton, just had a gust to 20 in Chickasha, and so across Oklahoma City, 20, 25, close to 30-mile-an-hour gusts. That gets your attention. High-profile vehicles, east-west roadways, pay close attention for sure. Megan will let you know about any crashes coming up in just a minute. We're in the 50s now, this is how warm we are, versus the 30s and low 40s in the northwest. So I anticipate us to drop a couple of degrees in Oklahoma City as we head through daybreak, and then we bounce back into the mid-50s this afternoon. Now we'll talk about what to expect for your afternoon and your wind timeline coming up. 60s and more 70s tomorrow before we turn very cold for the weekend. We'll time it all out for you in just a few minutes.
Some new details from investigators as they're still trying to learn what caused this massive ammonia leak that hospitalized dozens of people in Weatherford. The video outside that Holiday Inn from last month shows the clouds of the gas leaking from that tanker truck, forcing hundreds of evacuations, sending more than 50 people to the hospital. 4 people were critically injured. The new report from the NTSB says the driver of the tanker had stopped at that Weatherford hotel. He noticed the small leak, but was unable to repair it. That tanker actually had just been cleared to get back on the roadway. The tanker was about 60% full when it was completely emptied by the leak. The cause of the leak is still under investigation.
Just 2 weeks before Christmas, an Oklahoma City man falls victim to a porch pirate. His security cameras captured the alleged thief in action. News 9's Deanne Stein shows us.
Julius Reagan says he gets deliveries here all the time, and they usually put them right here inside this cooler. But on Monday, a thief boldly walked straight to his door, even though there's cameras here in the window, and not only took all the items out of the box, but tried to break inside his home.
The cameras situated inside Julius Reagan's home capture a lot of activity, including deliveries he relies on to supplement his income.
I install dashboard cameras And I also installed like surveillance systems.
He thought Christmas was all set with a big job lined up installing security cameras.
That's going to be my Christmas shopping money.
He was paid $2,500 up front, just waiting on the cameras from Amazon. He got the alert, but moments later, another one.
The only thing I could see was just like a piece of paper.
So he backed the video up to the very beginning.
And that's when I seen this person pull up in his white SUV, get out the car, walk around, walk past the camera.
A woman with bright red hair is spotted on the camera. Julius is left listening, helpless, to this real-life modern-day Grinch in action.
I was upset because it's like when you see something like this on your phone and you can't stop it.
When he got home, all that remained was an empty box and damage to his window.
I'm still alive and I can keep going, but it's like, why would you do this around the holidays?
Julius lost the job and had to return the money, the thief literally stealing Christmas from his children and grandson.
I want to get her picture out there, get her identified, and let the world know what this woman is doing, what she's capable of.
Now, Julius did file a police report and he hopes she's caught, but more importantly, he wants to warn his neighbors so they can protect their packages. In Northwest Oklahoma City, Deanne Stein, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
Somebody knows that woman. They know that red hair. If you are that person, if you know who it is, call Crime Stoppers 235-7300. You can remain anonymous.
An Oklahoma homeless shelter is urgently working to reunite an elderly man with the family he can't seem to remember. Mr. Hoon Chang was found with no ID, no phone, and no memory. He's been at the C. Carter Crane Center in Lawton for nearly 10 weeks. Staff are desperate to get him home for the holidays. He speaks limited English and may be suffering from amnesia or dementia.
What we've been told is he fell 24 feet and was in the hospital. We do have some medical records, but it doesn't indicate that it was from a major fall.
Mr. Hoon Chang had that accident in Oklahoma City, and again, they are desperate to find anyone who knows him. We're trying to help. We believe that he has a sister and a son who might be in the military and that he once lived in Orange County, California. So if you have any information that could help, you can get in contact with the shelter. We have their information inside this story over at news9.com.
We'll keep you posted on the outcome of that. We're watching the morning drive. Here is meteorologist Megan Gold eyeing things for us on a Wednesday morning. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Robin. Roads are still looking good, starting to see a few slow spots. And of course, as always, we've got our crews out on the roadways ready to respond to any accidents, but hopefully we'll do just fine. Let me show you several shots if you are hitting the roads this morning. Of course, the big deal, the wind, and watch those high profile vehicles, the east and west roadways with a strong north wind. You'll have gusts to 30 and 35, even 40 if you're headed out the door 8, 9 to 10 o'clock this morning. Here's the Broadway extension. Notice the shake in there from the winds. If you're coming in from the North Metro, the morning drive is picking up. Things looking good. I-40 and May looking off to the west, and then starting to see a little bit of a slowdown. I-35 in the northbound lanes at North 27th. No reports of any accidents. More than likely just typical morning rush hour slowdowns. Up in the North Metro, good to go. Same deal east and west, and there's that little slowdown if you're traveling northbound from Moore into Oklahoma City. Downtown looking beautiful, and your drive times are still looking good, guys. Back over to you.
Governor Kevin Stitt announces a new director for the State Department of Tourism. It's Amy Blackburn. She will be the department's new executive director. Blackburn previously worked for the State Department of Commerce. She replaces interim director Sterling Zierle.
Norman Public Schools is canceling all classes next Friday, December 19th for the big OU college football playoff game against Alabama. Norman Public Schools also moving the Crosstown Clash basketball games to Thursday the 18th instead. We now know the Cleveland County Courthouse will also close early, a 2 p.m. closure on game day. And as we've reported, OU canceling all in-person classes on game day. So a lot of changes there. And hey, kickoff between OU and Bama is 7 p.m. that Friday night. We are going to make sure that you are ready for the big game in Norman. Don't miss our 30-minute OU playoff special. It's called The Chase for the 8th national title. It airs December 17th, which is Wednesday at 6:30 before the big game on Friday.
That'd be a great Christmas present if OU could just win on that Friday night.
Also the 8th seed So, right?
Oh,
Maybe,
there you go. Might be the lucky number.
Is it going to be? We're going to find out. Let's turn to the Bob Mills Weather Center. That night looks really nice here, Lacie.
Oh, it absolutely does. It's going to be fantastic for tailgating. Tailgating will probably start in the morning. Who are we kidding? That's going to go through the day. I'll have your full forecast on what to expect for the big OU game coming up in full weather. As you're heading out this morning, winds are up, a gusty north wind. We're in the 40s and 50s. Winds back off into the afternoon. We warm to the mid 50s before we see 60s and 70s tomorrow. We're tracking a big cold front for your weekend. We time it all out after the break.
Welcome back. It is 6:45 and noticeably warmer out there this morning, but you better pack the hairspray.
Oh yeah, a
One
little
of those
windy,
days.
right? A little windy this morning.
What kind of hairspray do you use when you got 30 to 40 mile an hour wind?
Aquanet.
Ponytail day.
Aquanet, aqua glue.
Tried and true.
Old school.
Old school.
There you go.
Toxic. Layer it on. It's gusty, but this afternoon, this evening, it really backs off. So the wind will start to let up, and actually our temperatures have warmed since midnight, and then we're going to see them drop a couple degrees at daybreak, and we're in the mid 50s this afternoon. It's kind of a wild ride today. We were talking before the break about the big OU game coming up next week, and no major changes to the forecast, but just to let you know, because I know so many folks are planning, so many folks are taking off work. You're treating this like a holiday, as you should. The big OU Bama game, tailgating in the 60s on Friday, not this Friday, but coming up next week into the 50s during the game. It looks dry, and we have a south breeze. It looks amazing at the Palace on the Prairie. Now this morning, a little sub-amazing, a little lower than that. We got gusty north wind. Winds are 20 to 30 miles per hour, and even though the temperatures are up, that wind, you'll still notice it. It kind of puts a damper on how amazing it could feel. Big area of low pressure going on up to the north, and that's scooting to the east with more winter weather. By the way, there's so much wind with this. There are now blizzard warnings going on in portions of West Virginia up in the mountains. So big time storm. Another storm right on its heels. So they just get with this 1-2 punch with snow in the states to our north, and these pass by dry across Oklahoma. We made it to the 60s yesterday, and then just to show you, you went to sleep and temperatures dropped down. Hopefully you went to sleep, got a good night's rest. Temperatures have dropped into the low 40s, and then we've bumped back up to the 50s as you are heading out. So currently on our Lucky Star Skycam network, breaking daylight, we're starting to see the winds pick up, and they will ramp up even stronger after the sun gets higher in the sky. I think our strongest winds are between about 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. this morning. We're at 51 at Will Rogers. Humidity's down to 52%, and we just had a gust of 38 miles per hour in Hinton, so it is strong. 22 in Stillwater, 22 in Tecumseh, 28 in Cordell. It's the type of wind you notice, you feel, and you can probably hear it this morning. Winds get even stronger. Here's what they could look like by about 9 a.m. 40 to 45, not out of the question. South central Oklahoma to have winds close to 50, and then as we head into your midday hours, winds still 25, and they relax into the evening hours and really start to back on off. So it's kind of a one-day deal. There's the wind change line from Ardmore to McAllister. It's the cold front. We're in the 50s, and then the colder air is kind of lagging. It's back here in northwest Oklahoma, but that keeps shoving to the south. So we'll still likely drop a couple of degrees as you're planning your day hour by hour. 49 at 9, back to 54 at noon. And as the winds back off, we still have some cloud cover. We'll call it partly cloudy, and 56 degrees for a high. 53 in Stillwater, 52 in Woodward, 58 in Lawton. Still above normal. Normal for December is at 51 degrees for the current date. So 50s right now. There's the cold air and the snowpack up in Bismarck. And then let's jump all the way into northern Canada where the wind value, not the wind chill value, this is the air temperature. The wind chill values are close to 60 degrees below zero right now up in Norman Wells, Canada. Unreal how frigid it is. Now, it's not going to get that cold for the weekend, nothing even close to that. In fact, we just have a glancing blow of Arctic air. Windy today. Tomorrow is absolutely beautiful. And then showing you the big picture, front moves in Friday, a stronger one on Saturday. Now, Saturday's cool. It's chilly, especially by the afternoon and evening. Sunday morning, wind chills close to zero, but the true Arctic air quickly erodes away, pushes to the northeast, and we watch our next storm come diving in Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. Might bring us some rain opportunities. It's a slim chance for the metro at this point, but it's the best chance we have over the next 9 days. The end of next week, heading into the weekend before Christmas, above average, and then the week of Christmas, we're watching for a cold front around Christmas Eve. Some data bring snow to the plains, the central plains, Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, so we do have to watch this system closely. It is not locked in, but some tricky travel is possible in the plains coming up around Christmas. we'll keep you updated. Don't cancel plans. Don't move things around yet based on that. Lows tonight down into the 30s and the 40s, a south wind. Tomorrow, check out your temps, mid-60s, 70s. Plan to get outside for your Thursday. It looks awesome. Friday, still nice, but cooler with that front. Stronger front hits on Saturday. We're in the 40s. Then we see the colder air Sunday morning into Monday. 50s and 60s, guys. Not half bad for December. Warming it back up. We'll send it back to you.
Free speech policies on Oklahoma college campuses are under national scrutiny, with recent protests over a religious essay grade at OU ramping up calls for more oversight. And our Lisa Monahan tells us it's renewed focus for a relatively new state committee. Lisa?
Yeah, Lacie, the Oklahoma Free Speech Committee has only been around a few years, but members say students are turning to them more often. While they can't enforce change, they can investigate concerns and then recommend improvements. Now, this committee was created to review those complaints and free speech policies on all campuses statewide, but strictly in an advisory role in order to avoid conflict with state colleges. Members also say that the policy review wasn't necessarily sparked by any particular incident back in 2022, but was instead designed to ensure Oklahoma's colleges are protecting open discussion and debate. They say it's part of the state's ongoing commitment to safeguard free speech. The committee reviews policies, of course, but also training and any complaints from students that come in. And while they saw only one complaint in the group's early years, members tell us 3 have been filed just this year.
If a campus process somebody feels like isn't sufficient, they have the ability to come to this committee and we can investigate. We do investigate. We're in the process of investigating different complaints.
The committee says it's been successful. While they can't mandate changes, these colleges have been very responsive to recommendations. Members are now about 40% through reviewing policies statewide and are considering whether Oklahoma needs a uniform rule that states that grades must be based solely on academic merit. Now, the committee also weighed in on the recent University of Oklahoma essay controversy, praising the school for following its internal review process, and they're just asking everyone to be patient as the process plays out.
All right, Lisa, thanks so much. We'll switch gears, talk to Megan Gold. She's watching the morning drive on a Wednesday for us. Hi, Megan.
Hi. Also watching our gorgeous sunrise this morning. We had a gorgeous sunset last night, had so many amazing pictures sent in. And sunrise is still over 30 minutes away at 7:28 off on the eastern horizon from our Christensen cam. Check it out. Absolutely beautiful. Our downtown camera as well. So if you haven't, step out the door this morning and take a look at the Oklahoma skies. Our American Fidelity camera, Lucky Star Skycam network there, Broadway extension still looking good. Those of you traveling in from the north, I-35 still slow going at times, a little congested, but very typical. No crashes causing that. Here's the big picture. Everything on the north good to go. Again, there's the slowdown if you're coming into Oklahoma City from Moore, and then also over on I-44. Otherwise, smooth sailing, guys. Back over to you.
Megan, thanks. Still ahead. Oh dear. Yes, a deer gets stuck while ransacking a Christmas shop in Tennessee. We're going to show you the body camera video of the rescue after the break.
Coming up on News 9 at 9 a.m. this morning, we're getting ready to slide for the Coca-Cola Christmas Charity Challenge at the Coca-Cola Christmas Classic. It's all happening today on the porch. Join us at 9.
Oh, is it possible that one of Santa's reindeer made it to the U.S. a little early? Well, no. But this whitetail broke into a Christmas store in Tennessee. The Jonesboro Police Department released the body camera video. The deer ended up getting stuck inside a chair inside the store. This was last Friday. Now, the deer eventually got stuck. It had to be freed. The department said it did run off after they freed it.
Gosh, we were watching. They actually had to take it out the same window that it crashed in because it had the chair locked in the antlers. And so I guess they couldn't get her through the front door.
Is it crazy that the deer broke into a Christmas store?
I think that's
Isn't that so
You can't
wild?
make this up, can you?
I mean, I love those Christmas sales too, girl.
Yeah.
That is wild.
They named her what, Jingles or
Yeah,
something?
Jingles.
Jingles. Okay.
There you go.
Watch right here. Okay, so they got her back legs. Her head is
It's
stuck in the chair. That's the best video right there. And she screams here in the
just dragging her out. Oh, goodness. Okay, we can't make this up.
Give her the chair.
She really wants that chair. Listen.
They do make that sound. They sound like children
She's fine
screaming.
now, but
Yeah.
she was screaming.
I would be too.
Terrified.
All right, girl.
Oh my gosh.
We feel the pain sometimes, right? Okay, Lacey, you're watching that
There you go.
forecast.
That's what you call
for
a doorbuster of a sale.
Yeah.
Exactly what
Yeah.
it was. Gosh, she's okay.
That was good.
She's absolutely
she ran
fine.
into the wild. She's good.
It's beautiful as you're heading out the door this morning. A showstopper of a sunrise, that's for sure. On a Lucky Star Sky Cam Network. Norman, you're looking amazing starting off the day today. Really, most of the state seeing that beautiful sunrise. And we're back to the 50s this afternoon, 60s and 70s tomorrow.
We're all matching that sunrise, it looks like.
We got it.
the memo.
We got the blue memo.
Oh, make it a great day. Who wore it?